Hey son, I just wanted to talk about, in light of Charlie Kirk's wife forgiving the murderer who took. I want to talk to you about what I learned about forgiveness a few years ago, and maybe it'll help understand how forgiveness works. In a relationship before this one, and it went bad, and I was drinking, and as usual, I got drunk and mad, and I broke some things, and she called the police, and she got a restraining order, and I violated the restraining order because I wanted to talk to her about some job, and it was innocent, but she still pressed charges and had me picked up again and processed again, and we went to court, and she didn't show up, and I thought, all right, this is cool. She's just gonna let it ride, not show up. It's gonna let this thing pass by. She knows I'm a truck driver now, and I'm not even in the state most of the time. So, but no, she had to show up to the second one and get me into even more trouble and whatever, and all this, that, and the other. And I was very, very angry at her, and probably more angry than I should be. I'm sure I was projecting a lot of my self-hatred and anger onto her, but my brain kept saying all these things that we could do to hurt her, like cut the tires, or I don't know, put salt in the gas tank, stupid kid stuff, but stuff that made me feel vengeful and get my vengeance. And the hard part was that I was a truck driver, so I was just like meditating on this evilness of hurting her for a long time. And I knew it wasn't good. I knew that if my life was going to get better, I had to forgive and forget. But I did not know how to forgive and forget. I knew how to forgive, or at least I thought I did, and that was by deciding to forgive. First of all, you got to say, I'm not going to let this pain rule me. I'm not going to let this person hurting me, or that thing, or my bad decision that hurt me rule me. I'm going to get better. I'm going to do better. As I was saying, I was taking out my anger against myself and focusing it on her and what she did to me, or what I thought she did to me. And it doesn't matter, why I was mad. I was mad. My brain was saying, this creates a lot of emotions if we think about this, and the body craves whatever emotion it can feel. It always wants to feel something to make us laugh or put us in awe of something, whatever. So the brain is always trying, even when you're bored, trying to create some kind of memory that would create some kind of juice, that will create some kind of endorphin or whatever that'll make you either happy or sad or mad, and mad is pretty strong emotion, only trumped by being in love. You can be mad at somebody real bad, but then you fall in love the next day or whatever, and you forget all about them being mad. You'll remember after a while, but love will trump it. But that's how and that's the answer, right? So step number 2 is listening to the Bible, to Jesus, and praying for those who've done harm to you, even for yourself, or even for the police, or even for what I'm trying to get at is, I started, when my mind started saying, hey, what kind of bad things could we do to her, I would start saying, no, I forgive her, so we're going to pray good things. And I started imagining, oh my God, it was so hard at first. I started imagining her finding somebody who truly loved her the way she wanted to be loved. Not going to go there, but I imagined her happy. I imagined her wealthy. I imagined their business doing very well. I imagined her son, well, that was easy. I loved him. He was awesome. Her son doing very well. But them together, their relationship being strong. And then I got greedy, and I was like, well, okay, anything I want for myself, I'll forgive her for. And so it became a game, and that game led to happy emotions, which led to me not to think about her at all. How long does it take? It depends on you. How much do you commit to the fantasy of doing good for that person? You really want to accelerate it? Go to that person and say you're sorry for whatever you did wrong. I didn't do that, but maybe I should have. That would have accelerated it big time. Or maybe if you can't say you're sorry, You can imagine you apologizing and they reacting. Use your imagination to bless them, because that's how you change your emotions.